The rise and fall of WeWork in 2010, Adam Neumann and Miguel McAlvey launched a company that promised to change the way the world worked literally. The idea behind WeWork was simple yet powerful: create stylish, shared workspaces where entrepreneurs, freelancers, and startups could rent desks or offices flexibly, without the burden of long-term leases. The timing was perfect. The startup boom was in full swing. Young founders wanted community-driven spaces, and cities were buzzing with innovation. WeWork became the go-to place for ambitious dreamers. With its trendy interiors, free beer taps, and a sense of belonging, it was marketed not just as an office, but as a lifestyle revolution. Investors loved the vision. By 2019, WeWork had expanded globally, operating in more than 100 cities, with a staggering valuation of $47 billion. Much of this growth was fueled by SoftBank, which poured over $10 billion into the company. Adam Neumann, with his charismatic personality, was celebrated as a visionary. He often claimed WeWork wasn't just about offices, but about elevating the world's consciousness. But behind the glittering image, trouble was brewing. WeWork's business model was far riskier than it appeared. The company signed long-term leases on buildings but rented spaces to customers on short-term contracts. This meant WeWork was locked into huge financial commitments, while its income depended on the unpredictable loyalty of startups and freelancers. At the same time, WeWork was burning billions of dollars every year. Expansion was rapid but unsustainable. Neumann's leadership raised eyebrows. He reportedly spent company money on lavish parties, private jets, and even invested in side projects that personally benefited him. Critics described WeWork as a house of cards, built more on hype than reality. The turning point came in 2019, when WeWork filed for an initial public offering (IPO). For the first time, the company's financials became public and investors were shocked. The documents revealed enormous losses, questionable management practices, and a company far from profitability. Confidence collapsed almost instantly. The IPO was canceled. Neumann faced growing scrutiny, and eventually he was forced to resign as CEO. In just weeks, WeWork's valuation crashed from $47 billion to under $10 billion. Thousands of employees lost their jobs, and investors who had dreamed of massive returns were left with staggering losses. WeWork survived, but only as a shadow of its former self. In 2023, it even filed for bankruptcy in the US, marking one of the most dramatic downfalls in startup history. The story of WeWork is more than just the collapse of an office rental company. It is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked hype, reckless leadership, and blind investor enthusiasm. For poor and ordinary workers at WeWork who believed in the dream, the collapse was devastating. Lost jobs, lost savings, and lost faith in promises of quick success.